the AE86 is finally back from a paint shop after 6 months. I gave Sam 1 day to put all of this back in the car. We're f***ed. So, as you guys know, we are about 10 videos into our YouTube channel now, and we're 4 months into this YouTube journey. I'm looking through my album now, and I'm trying to figure out when this whole project started. This car has been in the paint shop for almost 6 months, and we're finally at this point where we can put everything back together and register the car. So since May, the car has been in the paint booth. We have gone through removing all the sound insulation using dry ice. We have sanded the entire car down, de-rusted the entire car. Let's get to what parts are now going back in the AE86. So before Sam puts all of these parts in the car tomorrow, we'll do a quick run through about all the parts that are going in the car. We'll start with this seat. So this is the driver's seat. So this is the driver's seat that's going in the car. When I bought these seats, they were grey and blue. So it wasn't the correct spec for the car. What I did with the seat was to tear the seat completely apart and build it Takumi spec. So this is the option that the seat came in the Initial D show. And it's actually 3 different materials. First is the brown leather at the bottom and the top. It has brown stitching, and it has this weird felt-like texture on the back of the seat. So this is the red cloth, and on the base of the seat is actually the similar felt material, but in grey, dark grey / brown. And what it goes around the seats is the piping. So this seat has been completely taken apart down to its frame, de-rusted, and we took months to find the correct material to make this seat. We also redid the back seats to match the front seats. As you can tell, the back seats is also made out of 3 different materials: the brown leather, the red felt, and the grey felt. It also has the brown piping that goes around the seat. So this is all done in-house at a Concourse upholstery shop, and we provide that service to anyone who wants to restore their cars. So now that we've finished talking about seats, let's go on to the plastics. So, as you know, the AE86 plastic trim in the interior is all our production now. So they made very few of the brown interior you find in Initial D spec 86. And what I did was I went ahead and restored all of the black trim that came with the car into brown. This is the center console, and this is the glove box. The glove box comes in 2 different shades of color. One is the red and one is the brown. We even had to paint around Larry's signature because Larry Chen signed it when he was in Singapore. In the center console, the 2 tones is the black and the brown. And you can see that we followed exactly how the car came from factory and recreated it in here. All of these panels are already out of production from Toyota. And what we did was I had to go on Yahoo Auctions. This was like a year worth of Yahoo Auction parts. And we had to go look for parts like these covers, which are clip-on. So you can see here that this is the right hand one. It labels it because they look kind of similar, but it comes in here and it clip into place. So because this AE is also a showcase of what we can do at Concourse, I wanted to mix and match some of the original brown parts and the painted brown parts. And if you can see all of this laid out, there is a mix of original brown parts and painted ones. So you can see from here that the color difference, the color matching is actually pretty perfect. You can't tell between the original parts and the painted parts. And now we will unbox the door cards. Right, so here we have a door card from a Zenki AE86. Zenki refers to pre-facelift in Japanese, and this is the door card from the Zenki AE86, which is from Initial D. The Initial D car was a pre-facelift. We wanted to recreate the interior from the Initial D car. So as you can tell from here, this is fully rewrapped. It is a 1-piece door card. You can see from the back that it's only 1 piece. It's a molded cardboard. And what we did was we wrapped it with 1 full layer of Napa leather in brown, and we painted the middle section as they did from factory in red. So you have the original lines from factory, and you can't tell that it's something that's remanufactured. The rears, unfortunately, I did not manage to source Zenki door card. So this is a Koki door card. but I'm hoping that the difference isn't big enough. I'll show you what the difference is though, right? So you can tell from the door card in the rear that instead of a one piece like the Zenki was, this door card is actually three pieces. It has the bottom piece, the middle piece, and the upper piece. It's a bit different from the Zenki door card because you don't have to mask it and paint it. It's actually a separate piece. So what we could do is wrap the middle bit in actual Napa leather in red, and we can wrap the bottom piece in brown. So we've touched on the seats being wrapped and the door cards being wrapped. The final piece of the puzzle that has been wrapped in new leather is the dashboard. So you can't buy brand new AE86 dashboards anymore. And what we did was we took apart the old dashboard, which was cracked because of the years of usage and being parked in the sun. And what we did was we shaved the dashboard down to its core plastic layer. And what we did was we started building it up with the original foam material and wrapped it on top with the dashboard vinyl. This isn't leather because if you use leather, it's too thick and it won't look exactly like the original. This dashboard has been completely redone to match the factory brown that came in the AE86. Moving on, I also want to show you something that we do here at Concourse. One of the things we try to do here is to keep the car as stock as original according to factory spec. So one thing we did was we took apart the old airbox and we had it sandblasted and powder coated a brand new layer of black. So what you haven't seen so far is actually the star of the show. I met Kamata-san earlier this year when we went there for Auto Salon, and I struck out a very good conversation with him online after that. And what we are doing here is a build that's in conjunction with Tech Arts. There will be more Tech Arts stuff coming soon, but we'll start off with the exhaust system from them. So this is a Fujitsubo 4-to-1 header. This is the first bit that connects to the exhaust manifold on the engine. And this is the second bit, it goes here. And this was from Fujitsubo. And we'll move on to the second part. This is a Tech Arts collaboration with SARD. It's a Japanese exhaust brand, and this is a Tech Art branded catalytic converter. So this car originally came with a brand new catalytic converter from Toyota back in 1984. And you can't buy those cats anymore. And all catalytic converter actually has a lifespan. So we had to buy a brand new one from SARD so that it will pass all modern emission tests. And so you can see here, this is a special edition that was done for Tech Arts. And yeah, now we have it. We now move on to the best part of this build. This is a Fujitsubo collaboration with Tech Arts, and it's a brand new exhaust system. And I'm going to unbox it now for you. You can tell that the owner of the workshop is a very dedicated, hardworking man, when you can tell that he shipped it out to me personally. Yoshinori Kamata. Kamata-san has been a very nice guy and very helpful throughout this whole process. And I really want to thank him for all the parts that we have here today. Oh, look at that. Yeah. So this is my brand new Tech Arts exhaust for the AE86. So you can see here that this exhaust is actually made by Fujitsubo. Fujitsubo is one of the biggest exhaust manufacturers in Japan, but this one is made specially together with Tech Arts. I don't know what's so special about it, but I think Tech Arts, because they have been working on AE86s for almost 20-30 years now, they know this car inside out, and they know how to make this exhaust extra special for the beautiful 4AG note. One thing that is really important in Singapore is the exhaust certificate. So in Singapore, we have to go through a stringent process together with LTA to certify the exhaust. Ooh, free stickers. But okay, so we have here the Fujitsubo JustMask certificate plus instruction manual. We have to submit these documents to LTA for this exhaust to be approved. We work very closely with LTA because we don't want our customers and our own cars being illegal on the road. So you can see that we have all the certification to get this exhaust passed. So this is the magic golden paper you need to have your car legalized in Singapore. This is the Jasper certificate, and I've never seen a brand new. I've never seen a. We have never had enough money to buy a brand new exhaust for the from Japan. This is my first time seeing a brand new Jasper certificate. So we've already unboxed a lot of the interior bits, the exhaust. Now we go on to the small little things that matter, but you don't really see them. We'll start off with the battery tray. So this is a brand new battery tray. It is the base plastic. They still make this. It is under the heritage program that they make it. So this is the brand new battery tray with the brand new battery tie downs. These are all authentic Toyota parts. So we have brand new spark plugs. These are all the correct gapping for the AE86. We got them brand new from Toyota. And we have the plug cables. So these go together, and I mean this car has an unknown mileage and unknown service history. So we have to do some wear and tear parts. This is a brand new air filter for the original airbox. It is a very old air filter design because it is massive. You don't see filters this size anymore. And round, it's cylindrical. We also have here a brand new Toyota fuel filter. So this car sat around for a couple of years before we imported it from Brunei. And the Brunei gas and Singaporean gas are bound to have a bit of difference in terms of its composition. So you always want to change out a fuel filter so that you make sure there's no old gas in the system and it can adapt to a new gas in Singapore much better. Now we go on to all the fancy little Tech Art bits. So we have Tech Art's urethane rack bushings. This is for the manual steering rack. So if you don't know, this car does not come with power steering. Tech Arts make a brand new PU steering rack bushing for the steering rack. So we're gonna have a bit more security when we're doing our drifty. We have a very shiny Tech Arts coolant cap, and we have a more functional transmission bushing. So this is a slightly harder material, and it will allow us to feel our shifts much better, and the performance of the car will be much better. One more item, we have another aftermarket item here. These are brand new Cusco made engine mounts for the A86. So these are again slightly more higher performance engine mounts. They are made of slightly stiffer material than the original ones, and this again will give us a little bit more performance on the engine. One of the last things I want to touch on are these Watanabe lug nuts and valve stem caps that we got from Yip Feng. This was one of my souvenirs from Sabah. He had this set specially made and ordered from Watanabe's. So the color is actually a bit more special than you usually get. So the lug nuts here you get from Watanabe's are not usually black and silver, but they specially made these for Alan, and these are going on the car. So this is the last bit of knickknacks that I want to talk about. These are very unobtainium or very hard to find part numbers from Toyota. So these are all the small little rubber grommets and plastic clips. And we just want to show with this car, in this A86, the lengths we'll go to restore cars in concourse. And we won't stop at anything. We won't stop at obsolete part numbers for us to get hold of these rare clips from Toyota. So now that we've unboxed everything and we've talked a bit about the small little things we're gonna install tomorrow, Sam, I wish you good luck. You are fucked.